do battle with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Ready, blue ready. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Hey, stop.
Oh, what a move. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On third down, Winston. Steps away to his left. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. Fourth down, and the Bucs trot out the former 49er Bradley Pinion to punt it. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Ready, yellow waiting. Let's put him on the button. Let's put that team on the button.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
47's the mic. Stop your body. Let's go, let's convert.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike's free.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. On Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Gay's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Throwing on second down, Breeze. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Fair catch made at the 32-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Second and 8 at the 34-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 46, 17. Seconds to Mike. You bet.
Now Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Third down. 3rd and 14.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Ready? You ready? Watch 42. Single, single.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And some room to work. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 21 yards and a first. First down.
That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. First and 10 right at the 20. Breeze now to throw. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal.
The Saints spent a third-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Saints have taken the lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Green, come on, rush in, rush in, rush in, flip it.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
47, set. Mark 47. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Both sevens to Mike. Wait. Hey, mark the screen. Easy. Hey, watch the screen. Check 3. Here we go.
Working out of the gun. Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Williams on coverage.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let him know, let him know. Easy, easy, easy. 47's the mark, boy, 47. Check, 47. Sunday.
Jameis to throw it. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
You can't stop me.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. I'm coming. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Here's Winston. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a 1st down.
And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Check 31. Check 31. Watch twist. Deuce.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards.
Yeah, baby.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Here's Breeze. Over the middle to Smith. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready. Yellow lady. Check right 54. Right 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
From the 27, Breeze. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Here's Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Gywu. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. That's caught out left by Perriman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Opposite.
Breeze now on first down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Breeze. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack. Breeze. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Now Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston now. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Marcus Williams on coverage.
The Bucs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit. 47 to Mike. Flip. Check, 47. Strip that ball. Strip that ball. Hey,
Jameis again. Airing this one out for Evans. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
95-56, 95-56. Heavy.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Kamara. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Running with Kamara. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the 45 on second down, Breeze. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
It's just me and you. 45, Mike, 45.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Ready? Blue lady. Mike 27. You run. Both sevens to Mike. Easy. We want it. Come to my way. Let's go.
On second and a couple, Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Ready? Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
The short yardage man, it's Coleman. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down in distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1. You're thinking, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big play there out of Kamara. Give him 42 yards on the ground. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the Buccaneers' 19-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw with Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Breeze on third down. The open man is Smith. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Easy. Check, 47. Watch the curve. Back, even.
To throw is Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. Evans has it left side. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Three down.
On on the ground, Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
At the 24-yard line.
Watch 41. Single.
Kamara. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Here's Breeze to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, this from 33. And Lutz's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like.
And this is caught at the 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working out of the gun, Winston. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. 4th down, Winston. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Cameron Jordan. And the Saints will have the football back. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Toss play, Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Third down and 11.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on third down, Breeze. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. That pass was heavily defended on third down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
Move. 3 down. Sammy. Bravo.
Breeze going to throw here. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Saints on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Winston. Shifts by him. The left side completion to Jones. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Check 56. Pick me up. Here we go. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. 30. Come on, go. 56 to Mike.
Winston now to throw on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A second down throw for Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. The Bucs on third down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready, 95-56. Walk time. Tight end, walk time.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So this one a victory here for New Orleans.